Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katrina and this is I am continuing on in the Gems books reading and stuff alphabet tag. I'm doing G today, and the first prompt is for the Great American Novel. What do you consider the Great American Novel? I thought this sounded familiar, and he actually put in here, this was a prompt that he used in the A tag, and he's presenting it again. This is such a difficult question for me. I don't know why I'm taking it so seriously and making it difficult, but I don't know. I don't ever agree with the lists. I am very much one of the people who, I don't know, one of the people. I am of the mind that we should be reconsidering what we consider the Great American Canon, because so many people have been left off of that. First and foremost, Native Americans, Native American writers should be on that list. I haven't read well enough in that area to say which ones. I've read well and widely in African American novels, so those people should be taken those books should be read more, and not just Toni Morrison in that canon. Women, there should be more books by women on this list. There should be more books by Hispanic Americans of all types. That's not a monolith as well. So I think that list needs to be opened up more. So that question I'm going to pass over right now, because I'm going to say that we haven't had the Great American Novel written yet or acknowledged yet, because we haven't opened that canon up wide enough. The next prompt is G is for many countries like Guatemala, Guyana, Grenada, Greece, Greenland, Germany, Gabon, Guinea-Bissau, Guinea-Conakry, I never heard of that one, and Georgia. What was the last book you read by an author from a country beginning with G? Wife of the Gods by Quay Quarty. I was so excited to be able to have an answer to this. I'm such an uncultured swine when it comes to these questions, but Quay Quarty is a Ghanaian, is that the way to say it? Or a Ghanan, he's from Ghana. He's a Ghanan American. And he wrote Wife of the Gods, and that book takes place in Ghana, and it was a really good book. Beautiful cover.
Hey, great gowns, beautiful gowns.
And so, yeah. G is for Georgia. Have you read any books by Georgian authors or about Georgia? Sadly, no. G is for Gone with the Wind. Have you read Gone with the Wind? And if so, what did you think of it? I have not read it. I have no plans to read anything that makes it seem like Black people were happy-go-lucky or in that time, and glorify that war or that time period, or the people that took place, took part in forced labor camps and owning people, and any kind of romanticization of that time period or of that practice is not appealing to me at all. So I won't be reading it. I've seen the movie and find it offensive. So G is for genre. Is there a book genre you would avoid? Yes, I particularly don't like I don't know, cowboy books. I go through I have a bunch of emails that come to my inbox that let me know all the free books that are available on Kindle. I won't click buy now on Christian books, cowboy books, books about the mafia, books about the military. I don't like the sports romances. I, for some reason, specifically don't like billionaire ones. I don't know why. I don't know if the whole 50 Shades of Grey thing turned me off of that whole genre, because it was such a weird take on what I really liked. I was already coming out of the Twilight phase, my Twilight mom phase, but 50 Shades of Grey just really pushed it over the edge. So maybe that's why I really haven't investigated it that much. So yeah, I will just pass those over. Any kind of like, in the Christian section, they have like the Amish ones, and so yeah, those are books that, oh, and a lot of the historical books. So I'm not interested in World War II, and that's my husband's fault. Like, he talks about it constantly, he reads about it constantly, he's always watching a documentary on it. I got it. It was the greatest war, it was the greatest generation. I got it. So the last prompt is, G is for Goodreads. If you use Goodreads, what are your statistics like? Books read, books want to read, average rating, and book reviews written. So I love Goodreads, and I've tried Storygraph, and I've also tried, I've joined, it's a literary, I can't think of it right now, but I'm so kind of like ensconced in Goodreads, and everybody talks about it being such a poor like platform. Even before it was bought out by Amazon, people didn't like the way it worked, and I don't get that. Maybe because I'm not using it to its full capacity. I guess my statistics, meaning, so my challenge, I challenged myself for the first time. I never have done that before, and I just put it at this like crazy number. I put it at 200, but I'm actually 61% there. I've read 124 books this year, but that includes, I'm not going to downgrade that, but just to let you know, like, it includes children's books and I also read a lot of children's books because I read to my 8-year-old. I have to stop saying I read to my 11-year-old now because she doesn't sit with me anymore. But I have started sneaking in the morning when we're sitting at the bus stop. I've started turning on middle grade audiobooks so I can sneak and kind of still be reading something with her, because she keeps reading stuff. Like, we were reading The Only Black Girls in Town together, and she went and read it ahead of me, and so she does that all the time now, and she doesn't sit in on the stories anymore. So I'm sad about that. But so that was another question, what are your reviews like? I don't normally review because I don't consider myself a reviewer, but obviously NetGalley is for reviewing, and so I review all the arcs, and so that's where I have the majority of my reviews. Let's see, I have 26 books in my arc thing, so I've read 26 books and reviewed all of them. Let's see, some of the things I want to read is one of the questions. So The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. I have The X-Hex, and In My Dreams I Hold a Knife. I want to listen to that on audio, and it's not on audiobook yet. I don't know if it's just hasn't been recorded yet, but I don't want to buy the paperback of it because it's a thriller, and once I know whatever the twist is, I'm not going to want to reread it, so I don't want the physical copy. And I don't love reading by Kindle, so I think I'm going to end up having to buy it by Kindle though, because I really want to read that book. That looks so cute. Wednesday Wilson Gets Down to Business. Maybe I can get my daughter to sit down and read this with me. So cute. And let's see. The Murders of Molly Southbourne. That was one of the mysteries I wanted to get, one of the horror books I wanted to get to. I'm still gonna read it. This girl, every time she bleeds, another version of herself comes out, and that version wants to kill her. That sounds really cool. That's a really cool premise. And I wanted to read The Between by Tananarive Due. I liked The Good House by her and My Soul to Keep. And she's an African-American horror writer. And The Gilda Stories is like a classic African-American vampire story. So that's something I want to get to. So yeah, and then I can't wait for this to come out. It's coming out 2022. What Moves the Dead by T. King Fisher. That's my girl. She did The Twisted Ones and The Hollow Places. And so as soon as it came out, I put it on my want to read before it had a cover, and now that it has a cover, I'm still geeked about it. So yes. So another great tag by Jim over at Jim's Books, Reading and Stuff. I always try to make sure I have that in the right direction, in the right order. Let's leave this for our end of the video emoji. If you don't have anything to say, but you got to the end of this video, I appreciate you. And it also helps with the algorithm, whatever that means. Be easy on yourself, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.